Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the while loop. The while loop is very similar to the for loop. So we use the while loop every time we need to repeat things over and over. Okay, there's a difference with the for loop, and I show you what's the difference. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen. So let's say that our character is very thirsty. Okay. So I want to tell the computer that my character should drink until he's not thirsty anymore. Okay, how I'm going to write this in the Swift programming language? It's very easy. So I stop sharing my screen and I start sharing my whiteboard. So in the Swift programming language, I will specify a keyword while, and then I specify the condition that has to be true. For example, while my character is thirsty, okay, I repeat something like drink, okay? So we keep drinking until this condition over here is true, okay? Once it's not true, then my character will start working. Okay, so what's the difference with the for loop? You remember the like for a variable I index, as you want to call it, in 1 to 10, I do drink. Okay. Okay, what's the difference between the while when I use the for and when I use the while, since they are both used to repeat things over and over, because I don't know how many sip he has to drink until he's not thirsty anymore. So if I don't know how many times should I repeat my instructions, then I use the while loop. Because with the while loop, I can specify not the number of times I had to repeat some instructions, but I can specify until a condition is true. Okay, in this case, until is thirsty, while is thirsty, you drink. Okay, after when it's not thirsty anymore, it start working. Okay, same here. It work after 10 sips of water. Okay, I hope this is clear. We can start doing a couple of exercises in Swift Playground now. So we open Swift Playground. Okay, now we are in the chapter of while loops. Okay, and we start with running code while. So always read the instructions of the level. We'll explain better what you have to do. Okay. So here, every time I run my code, the number of switches I have to toggle will change or may change. So for now, we have 7 switches, but now if I run again, will change. Now I've got 8. Okay, so I cannot use the 4 because I don't know how many switches I have to toggle. Okay, so this is unknown. I may change all the time. So in this particular case, I use a condition, okay? What's the stopping condition? When should I stop? So I noticed that every time I run the level, the number of switches change, but the last one is always open, is always toggled, okay? So this is my stopping condition. So I can tell while is on close switch, then what should I do? I toggle the switch, and then I move forward, okay? I think I'm done, but I'm double check running my code, okay? So let's start with the condition. It says is on close switch and store. So it goes inside, toggle the switch and do one step. Then come back to the condition and check again. Is on close switch? Yes, it's true. So you toggle the switch and move forward. And you keep doing until it's an open switch. When it's in the last one, which is open, it will stop, okay? Good. So let's try to do the other one, okay? This level, it seems more or less the same, okay? But this time, we see that every time we run the code, and I'm doing now, the switches changes. So sometimes they open, sometimes they close. So I have to double check all the time, okay? So I want to use the while loop because I'm practice this loop at the moment, and I have to identify the stopping condition when I finish my level. So I finish my level this time not when the switch is open, because if I specify that I stop when the switch is open, for example, we stop after 3 steps, but it's not really finished, okay? So I can think about, I take a picture because I want to use the marker. Here is my last tile, and I'm finished, because otherwise I will go into the water, okay? So I think that my stopping condition is while it's not blocked, okay? Until I can go further, then so until it's not blocked, okay? Then I can do a step, so I do move forward, and then I check, because I have to toggle only if the toggle is off. So if only if it's on close switch, I toggle my switch. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done, and I'm testing my code now. I step through my code and see. If it's not blocked, I do one step and I check. Is on close switch? No, so I don't do anything. I do another step. I do is on close switch? Yes. Then I toggle the switch. Then I check again. If it's not blocked, I go inside and do another step and check. Is on close switch? Yes, I toggle. Otherwise, I don't do anything. Okay. Till the end of the level. Okay. I can even run faster because I'm pretty confident that the solution is going to work. Okay. When I reach the end, am I blocked? Yes, because otherwise I'm going to the water. So it won't execute any more instruction and the program will end. Okay. So I will encourage you to go and try to do the other levels. For example, this level starts with a function which is called turn and collect gem. Okay, every time you have some code already written for you, remember, don't delete it, but run it. So if I run my code like this, nothing is going to happen. And I show you, if I tap run, Byte is not going to move it. Why? Think about why. You remember when we studied functions, we said when we have a recipe and we define all the instructions inside our function, then we haven't baked any cake. We don't have any cake. In order to bake the cake, we have to do the recipe instruction by instruction. This means we have to call the function, okay? What's the name of this function? Exactly. The name of the function is turn and collect gem. So as soon as we call this function, turn and collect a gem, then we tap run code. Only at this time, Byte is going to move it, okay? In particular, it's going to move forward, turn left, move forward, collect gem, and turn right. So this means that this code is just to go and collect the first gem. The goal of the level is to collect all the gems I've got here. So I can use this function and call it until what's my stopping condition. So if I take a screenshot here and I use my marker, I can see that I keep doing this one and then here with the teleport and here until I got here. I cannot go through even further because otherwise I've got the water, okay? So you will use the while, and then you have to think about a stopping condition, so when to stop, and then you keep calling this function until something happens, okay? When something happens, you stop, okay? I'm pretty confident you got this idea, so I won't give you the final solution, but I expect you to submit the final solution on CISO. And I really hope you go through the other exercise left from the level and try to use a while loop, okay? Sometimes you need to use a for loop if you feel more confident, but it's nice that you practice another loop, okay? Good. Happy coding, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.